What's up, Pinky Boy here, and today we will be improving your base building skills with some advanced Valheim building tips and tricks, such as raising earth underneath floors to get an extra level of foundation, how to get the perfect stone floor circle, or how to build a cone roof, and a few other advanced Valheim building techniques. Now, of course, when I say advanced, this is for your average Valheim player. If you already have 1,000 hours of gameplay, you most likely know about a few of these building tips and tricks. Regardless, if you are someone who enjoys building in Valheim, there is definitely something for you here. And if at any point you find this video fun or helpful, hit that thumbs up and leave a comment below, and let's get right into it with Valheim building tip number 1. Have you ever found yourself to have to take breaks while building because you were running out of stamina? Well, that is because you are not boosting your stamina pool in regen, which is the most important thing in Valheim. There is 3 ways of boosting your stamina. Each of these could have their very own videos, so we will go over them quickly. That way you at least know they exist, and from there I'm sure you will manage to find more information on each of them. The first thing you need for proper stamina is the rested status, which gives 50% more health regen, 100% more stamina regen, and 50% more skill gain. You will have the rested buff after sleeping in your bed or spending 20 seconds in a zone with comfort. The resting status will let you know that you are in the right spot. The higher the comfort level, the longer the buff will last, for up to a maximum of 24 minutes at 17 comfort. Now, there is a bunch of ways to increase comfort levels, and we will be looking more into that in another video. The next way to increase stamina is with food. Food doesn't only increase your health pool, it also affects stamina. You must always keep your food slots filled and fill them with the highest quality food you can get your hands on, since this will give you the best stamina buff. Also, remember that food buffs decay over time, so keep those meters filled by eating as often as you can. Now, I won't be talking in depth about cooking here, but I will have a cooking video out at some point if that's something you want more information on. Also, the best food mix for building is lox spy, serpent stew, and fish wraps. This will give you the best stamina pool. Now, the last thing you can do to help with your stamina is drink meads. You have stamina meads, which will replenish your stamina over a period of time, and you have the tasty mead, which will increase your stamina regen by 300% for a set amount of time. And just like food, a simple search will give you all the information you need to make meads. And that is building tip number 1. Make sure your stamina pool in regen is at its maximum so you can build faster and longer. Now for Valheim building tip number 2. So you know that a blue building piece is a foundation piece, and that a building piece will be blue as long as it touches ground or is a wood piece touching a stone piece. Now, one thing you can do to get extra height in your builds is to raise the earth under floors so that the piece touching the floor will become a blue foundation piece. Here is an example. I laid down 4 stone floors and put a stone pillar in the middle. As you can see, the 4 stone floors are foundation pieces because they touch the ground, and the pillar is green since it's the first piece after the foundation. Now, if I remove 1 stone floor and raise the earth to the pillar's level, the pillar will now become a foundation piece since the game considers it is touching ground. Then we can replace our stone floor, and we have gained an extra building level just with this simple trick, and that is building tip number 2. Raise the earth under your floors so the first building piece on your floors is considered a foundation piece. Valheim building tip number 3. How to get perfect floor circles. Now, for this it's better to just show you, so I'll time-lapse 3 sizes of circles. For these I use stone floors, but you can get the same effect with wood floors. For the first circle, you simply rotate the next floor tile twice and clip the top corner together. For the second circle, rotate the next floor tile only once and clip the top corner together, then fill the center with tiles. And for the last circle, you simply add tiles to the second circle the way you can see on screen, and that is building tip number 3. How to get perfect floor circles. Valheim building tip number 4. How to build cone roofs. Now this building tip is very useful if you're trying to build towers or any round structures. I'll show you how I complete the 2 most common round structures with cone roofs. So the first one is the one we just saw, where we rotate twice the next wall piece before laying it down. This will give us an octagon. Add some log poles on each intersection and add beams on every top section. To make the roof, simply lay 45-degree thatch roofs on top of each beam. Add a 45-degree beam on top of each pole, going towards the middle. Then add a 1-meter beam in the middle between each 45-degree beam, and to end the roof, add a 26-degree roof ridge inside the cone to seal the hole. And you can add some 26-degree beams like this for some flair. Now for the bigger circle, the one we just saw where we rotate each piece only once when laying them down, add a pole to each intersection and add beams on top of each poles. Then place 45-degree roofs on each beam. Then place another 45-degree roof on top of every roof. Do this from inside and place them one after another. If you do not do it like this, you will have problems completing the next step. Now go and place 4 26-degree beams up top aligned with the center floor pieces. Now put dragon heads on top of each of these beams and put 45-degree beams on the lower end of them. And to finish it off, put 2 45-degree beams at an angle on the end of that beam. Now all that is left to do is add any finishing touches you want, and that is building tip number 4, how to make cone roofs. Valheim building tip number 5. Now this one is aimed towards those of you who really enjoy building structures and not as much to play the game. So there are some console commands that allow you to build faster and way easier. Like I said, this is more to have a creative mode of sorts than to play the game as intended. Also, this will only work on single player games or if you are hosting the server. This will not work on someone else's server. The first thing you want to do is hit F5 to open the console. Once that is done, type in "I'm a cheater" and press enter. You should see cheats true in the console. This will give you access to the required commands. You can enter God to become invincible. You can enter debug mode. This will give you access to a few options. When debug mode is true, pressing Z will put you in a free move mode. You can basically fly anywhere. Of course, this is very useful for large builds. Pressing B will activate a no placement cost mode. You can repair all equipment from your inventory, place buildings for free with a hammer, craft items for free, and upgrade items for free from your inventory in this mode. And finally, pressing K will end all nearby enemies. Then you can also enter spawn in the console. This allows you to spawn any item in the game. You can use this to spawn food and meats. You can also use it to spawn the cheat sword, which is very useful to cut down trees and get rid of boulders. Then you can enter remove drops. This will destroy every item that is on the ground. This is very useful when you are trying to figure out a build and you have a ton of building materials laying down on the ground. And finally, you have free fly, which will give you control of a free flying camera, which you can use to get great videos or screenshots of your builds. Typing FF smooth followed by a value will give smoothing to the camera's movement. I personally use a smoothing of 3.5. And that is building tip number 5. Using console commands to make building easier and faster. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see more, please take the time to subscribe, like this video, comment below and share. Again, thanks for watching, thanks for your support, and I will see you in the next one.